Good morning. Welcome to Punta Marquez. What a delightful little spot. It's a beautiful little bluff here on the west side of the peninsula on the Pacific Ocean. We've been here a couple days now. We did get some rain yesterday. It was gloomy and windy. You know, the fronts that make it down here are slow going because they're pretty weak. So when it rains, it tends to last 1 to 2 days. Just gloominess. Not a lot of rain, but just gloomy and windy. But today, this morning's decent, so I'm going to show you. It's basically, this is near a very, very small village called it's called Conquista Agragria. It's we're talking about maybe not even 100 people. I don't know. It's very small. I mean, it's you know, dirt road, you know, sand road through the town. I got stuck in the sand right after arrival in the dunes, which I'm glad I did in a way, because it forced me to go up on the bluff and explore more, but I got stuck. No big deal. I just this time it was no big deal. I used the boards and got myself out. It's always a little more tricky when you're towing, but it worked out fine. The sand is very soft here, and all I was trying to do was turn around, and that's when it gets tricky. That's when you dig in. Anyway, so far so good, guys. Slow going up the Pacific coast on the caminos. No more issues so far, but we got a long way to go. So we're gonna just take our time. We'll probably leave tomorrow morning. We're headed towards El Conejo. It's only about 15 miles north. So it'll take us about 2 hours on the Camino to get there. But this is just a delightful place. All there is a couple of fishermen here. Talked to one fisherman. He says there's 4 fishermen, and so it's this pretty spectacular spot. I don't know if you can see the Pando up there in the truck on the bluff. It's just beautiful. It's cold this morning after that front went by all day yesterday. The heat actually came on most of the night in the Pando. I think it's about 54, 55 degrees. Looking forward to that sunshine. Still a little bit overcast. But yeah, it's cold, and it's damp. You know, the Pacific side is more damp. It's not as dusty. So it's a different type of cold. It's not as crisp. I know, 54, and I'm complaining, but honestly, it makes a difference when you're getting up to it. You've been sitting in it all day. Brady's been chomping at the bit, and coyotes howling all night long. believe it or not, I've only had tacos one time since I've been in Baja for a month now. So let's get to it. Let's make some skirt steak tacos. Keep it simple as always. I want a little onion on mine. Just simple. A little olive oil. And that's it. We're gonna use cassava wraps for the tortillas. I have not been able to find pico de gallo in Baja. I'm not sure what that's all about. But yeah, it's been difficult. They even have a couple Walmarts, one in La Paz and one in two in one in Cabo San Lucas and one in San Jose del Cabo, both on a tip. A lot of the stuff is not for it's not USA stuff. It's Mexican stuff, which is fine. I prefer it that way, but boy, I wish they had pico. But that's all right, we'll just make our own. Just some thinly sliced onion here. Looking forward to these. Tacos is one of my favorite things to eat, period. I think it's one of the best inventions ever in food. It just, a good taco is perfectly balanced in my opinion. Doesn't need anything, doesn't need any help, and ought to keep them simple too. What I'm gonna do is just add a little olive oil, salt, chili powder, little touch of mayonnaise, just a little bit, and a touch of mustard. Just simple, guys. Always simple, as you know. You hear me say it all the time. It's gotta be simple, or else we won't do it. If it's too complicated, too many ingredients, ingredients that are hard to find, just not gonna do it. So we'll wait now, and we'll slice it up, put a little bit of cheese on it, and that's it. It only takes just a few seconds to get this hot. Like I said, this is skirt steak. A tip for you: when you're slicing skirt steak, slice perpendicular to the grain. So in this cut of meat, it's this way, so I'm gonna cut it this way, and thinly, real thin. So on the bias, it's just one more method of tenderization that you can do before eating it. It cuts the grain even more, so tenderizes it. I'm gonna eat 2 tacos, so that's one right there. We can slice up this onion too. I'm gonna take your meat, cheese, actually onion first, onion first. Now the cheese. This wonderful Mexican cheese, I just love it. And now this toppings, this beautiful, light, flavorful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I really need to make tacos more often. Mmm. Mmm. the Pacific side of at least the Baja California Sur, the south side, the south state, is so far, it's untamed, it's wild and unpredictable. The caminos just aren't they're not accurate sometimes. Most of the time they are, but you need them to be accurate all the time, pretty much all the time. It's the Pacific side, it's calmer. It's you feel small on this side. It's vast, and I like that. Nature is very much in charge here, and as soon as you step out of bounds and don't follow the rules of nature, it lets you know. I'm really enjoying the Pacific side so far.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends, this being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two,